Sac passe. Do you remember that greeting? Sac passe. What's going on? What's going on in your life? Sac passe. When a Haitian asks you, sac passe, do you remember your response from the greetings video? Ma boule. I'm on fire. I'm doing great. And you're on fire because you're doing great with these videos, okay? I want you to répéter after me. Sac passé. Ma boule. Very good. Now, your last video was the teaching on the forms of the. Again, we are still on lesson 2, page 6 of the newer books. Lesson 2, forms of the, no matter which book you have, which edition of the book you have. So right now, I want to give you a drill that is going to help you to memorize each form of the. Yes, because it is important for you not to feel like the elusive the. There are 6 of them. I will never memorize them, so I'm just going to say la all the time. Yes, I know you're thinking it. People tell me all the time, I'm just going to say la. That's fine. But when someone says non, ah, yo, you may not understand it because you've not been practicing your forms of the. You know what? Practice is not just about articulation. It's also about comprehension. It is how we learn language. It's by repetition, hearing it over and over and over and over again. So how are we going to do this? Basically, go back 1 page to the family vocabulary. Remember the family vocabulary where you did the possession, possessor drills? Well, basically right now, all you're doing is you're going to do the forms of the drills with the family vocabulary. So instead of saying, you know, their mom, his sister, my uncle, your brother, you will be saying the mom, the sister, the uncle, the brother, or the brothers, the sisters, okay? Now, I do want to hit on that. Remember, yo is a form of the. I taught it on the last video as a form of the, but it is only used when the subject is plural. Brothers, frère, yo. The brothers, frère, yo. Do you see the difference? There is none. You don't need to do anything. The brothers, frère, yo. Brothers, frère, yo. How do we know the difference? How do we know someone's just saying brothers or the brothers? Context. It depends on what you are already talking about, the conversation that's happening. So it's that simple. I always tell people there's so many examples of this in English. There's the T-O, T-O-O, T-W-O. I want 2 apples too. I want to have 2 apples too. Okay, so context is everything also with Haitian Creole, which you already learned a few videos back in the workbook with the forms, the different pronouns when we said li, him, her, she, it to read. So it's context. How do I know they're saying him or her? Based on the sex of the person we're speaking about or the person we're pointing to. Look at him, li, okay? All right, the first drill we're going to do is with la. So with la, we are going to practice the forms of the different family words with la. These are words that end in any consonant except for M or N, right? If it ends in a T, if it ends in an S, if it ends in a K, if it ends in an R, we use la. So I want you to répéter after me. I'm actually going to tell you the words in English first. I'm only doing this so that you don't pause and just start translating because you're going, I don't just want to repeat. I also want to know what it means because I know some of you can't help it. But some people, what they do is they basically listen to me the first time and write everything down so that when they are saying the drill, they're reading it. I don't 100% support that because because these drills are for articulation, comprehension, not reading. Your reading is all workbook exercises. Remember, these video downloadings work in conjunction with the workbook to bridge any gaps you have. So if you go, I want to work on my spelling and writing, you have a lot of opportunity for that in the exercises and the homework that start on this actual lesson, lesson 2, all through the end of the workbook. If you're someone going, I don't want to repeat something without understanding what it means. That's why I'm telling you it first. But when I tell you it, don't find yourself going, because your brain is focusing on too many things. That's why it's difficult to learn another language the older we get. We are trying to multitask while introducing a foreign language, not a foreign word, not a foreign sentence, a complete foreign language into the same brain that had already shut down in development at age 25. So if we're going to do that, we have to do it well. We have to make sure we're only focusing on spelling. We're only focusing on reading. We're only focusing on listening to the vocabulary words when Emily says it, not the meaning. We are only focusing on the cultural tips to understand the culture, not writing down the words we're learning in the cultural tips, just learning them, listening to them, articulating them. And that in the speech drills, we're not trying to make word sounds. We are only trying to make the isolated sounds presented. Then our brain can lock in and go, oh, okay, la comes after words like this. Your brain needs to do all the work, not your hands, not everything at the same time. All right? So again, with this drill on the, all I want you to do is listen to the translation first, but repeat the Creole form of the with the family member. You can be looking at page 5 at the same time while I speak. You can read while I speak. That's okay. I just don't want you writing and pausing just because you're trying to multifunction. Okay? The niece. Nièce là. Répétez. Nièce là. Nièce là. The child. Petite là. Répétez. Petite là. Petite là. The aunt. Tante là. Répétez. Tante là. Tante là. Very good. So hopefully that takes away the urge to try to figure out what things mean by me telling you first. And I do want you to repeat after me, okay? That's very important. If you have your headphones on and you're in the room with someone thinking I'm just going to listen, that's not what this is for. The grammatical teaching is for that. A lot of other things are for just listening. This is a drill for pronunciation so your brain can know what your mouth should do after that word ending to get to the. This is articulation and memorization, okay? Now, when the word ends in the consonants M and N, we know that we go to no. So here are some family word endings that take us to no, which means they end in an M and an N. The granny, the grandma, gonna. Répétez, gonna. Gonna. The cousin, female, cousine. Répétez, cousine. Cousine. The lady, the wife, madame. Répétez, madame. Madame. I know I pause for a long amount of time sometimes because I'm very conscious of someone going, how do I make this sound? How do I connect? And I want to give you more time. What if the word before the ends in a nasal blend? Un, and ou, O-U. We use the nasal form of the. The boy, garçon. Remember, on. And, right? Garçon. This is very important to make sure you're not breaking it up. So, répétez. Garçon. Garçon. Very good. I know it's making you nervous. Wait till we get to the third one. The male cousin. Cousin. Répétez. Cousin. Cousin. The mother. Maman. Répétez. Maman. Maman. The uncle. Tonton. Répétez. Tonton. Tonton. Remember, these are nasal. It shouldn't be tonton. 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 So if I say nasal, it has to sound nasal. Not like That A-N is the English The E-N is the most nasal sound in Creole. And the O-N is what you say in bonjour, bonsoir, Nasal, nasal, nasal. Okay? Moving on. What if the word before the ends in a vowel? We have a vowel form of the, which is a. So I'm going to say the family words that will go with that form of the, okay? The family. Familia. Répétez. Familia. Fam has that A-N. Familia. The girl. Fia. Répétez. Fia. Fia. The brother. Frère. Frère. The grandfather. Grand-papa. Répétez. Grand-papa. Grand-papa. The grandfather. You can say grand-papa or grand-père. The grandfather with grand-père. Grand-père. Répétez. Grand-père. Grand-père. The grandmother. Grand-mère. Répétez. Grand-mère. Grand-mère. The husband. Maria. I know it sounds like you're saying Maria, but there it is. Maria. Répétez. Maria. Maria. The nephew. Nevea. Répétez. Nevea. Nevea. The father. Papa. Répétez. Papa. Papa. The sister. Sœur. Répétez. Sœur. Sœur. Now, some of you remember that I told you that yo is the plural form of the, but that we use it sometimes emphatically. If I want to say the brothers I was talking to you about, my brothers, there are my brothers, meaning the ones I had told you about, the definite ones we talked about. Instead of saying those are my brothers, frère, moi, yo, brother, belonging to me, plural, frère, moi, yo, I'm going to put the form of the that comes after yo, because yo ends in a vowel. So the vowel form of the is a. Frère, moi, frère, yo, a. Their brother. That's right. That's right. But I could say frère, moi, yo, a. Like my brothers, the. Okay? So here are the brothers belonging to me. That's literally what I'm saying culturally. here are the brothers belonging to me. Like, remember the ones I was talking to you about? Frère moi yo. Mais, write this word down. M-E-N. It is the expression here are. Here I am would be mais, moi. Here I be. Here be. Here are. Here be. Here they are. Mais, yo. Did you get that? Mais can be used to mean here be. To be, that verb, that action to be, is the is, am, and are, and it is in Creole, to be. Okay? So when you want to say, here I am, you're saying, here I be in our language. You would just say, mais, moi. Not she's here. I'm not saying he's here, they're here. I'm saying if you're presenting something, presenting yourself. Here I am, mais moi. Here it is, mais it, mais li. Here I am, mais me, mais moi. Here they are, mais yo. So if I want to say, here are my brothers, mes frères moi yo. Here are my brothers. But if I want to say, here are the brothers belonging to me, I would say, mes frères moi yo a, the ones I told you about. Okay? That's just a cultural tip. It's not something you have to get down. It's not something you ever need to say. But I like for you to know, so when someone says that, you don't go, why did they just put the a after that? I'm not getting it. I want you to understand that the a is just being emphatic. It's emphasizing. We've talked about this already. You know what I'm talking about. Here's my house. Kai moi. But if I say kai moi a, that a, the. Here's the house belonging to me. The definite one we talked about. Okay? So what if I want to say their brothers? Remember I told you we would not say brothers belonging to brother belonging to them, frère yo, and then plural, yo. Because we don't say yo-yo in Creole. There are no yo-yos in Creole. So we do not say frère yo-yo. We would say frère yo a. The brothers belonging to them. So I want you to répéter these emphatic phrases, these plural there with the. Their brothers, as in the brothers belonging to them. Frère yo a. Répétez, frère yo a. Frère yo a. Their daughter, as in daughters belonging to them. The daughters belonging to them. I'm sorry, not the, the daughters belonging to them. Petite fille yo a. Répétez, petite fille yo a. Répétez, petite fille yo a. Let's do that with their sons. This is the same thing. You would not say petit garçon yo-yo. You would say sons belonging to them, the. So you know it can be more than one. We're grouping it together because we can't say yo-yo. Petit garçon yo a. Répétez. Petit garçon yo a. Petit garçon yo a. So basically, I want you to remember these things, to memorize them, but not today. You may need to listen to just the last part of my video, the cultural part of using yo and using a, because that's more cultural, putting a at the end. That's like the brothers belonging to me. Because really, if you want to say their brother, frère yo. If you want to say their brothers, you could say frère yo, because we will know based on context. Okay? hears their brothers. Mes frères yo. But if I say mes frères yo a, I'm letting you know that I had talked to you about them already, and you already know it's more than one. Okay? All right. Very proud of you. I know you can do this. And as you progress through the workbook, you can do the possession possessor drill with more nouns that you learn. Like when you're introduced to words like box, house, you can learn my house, his house, your house, their house. You can add these drills. You can make your own practice drills with also the as you're introducing more nouns. The dog, the house, the baby, bebea, boatla, kaila. Okay, mama is great, but you're gonna memorize the family vocab and need to move on to the different nouns that you learn. Now, the next two vocabulaire, you know the word vocabulaire means vocabulary, is focusing on basically verbs, action words. There are a few adjective words, a few descriptors like hungry, you know what I mean? Thirsty, but mostly it's action words to make sure that you can now start forming sentences. So your next drill is going to be sentences, complete sentences that you have learned just in 2 lessons. You should be very proud of yourself. Remember the rule. As you listen to Emily on this next video, you are literally first of all, writing down the meaning of the words in vocabulaire lesson 2 before watching her videos, so the meanings are already there and you're not distracted. And then when she says a word, ben, you répétez. Then she says, ben, you répétez, and you keep going because your focus is articulation and getting used to hearing the word, not the word meaning. You would have already looked up the meaning in the back of your workbook, which has Creole to English, English to Creole dictionary already. So you are ready to hit the road. You're going to do absolutely great. And right after Emily's video, I'm going to come and we're going to go deeper. And then we are even going to do some sentence drills after that video. You have some really fun videos coming up. I'm going to go deeper into the vocabulary, and then I'm going to do a video that is going to give you practice drills for complete sentences. Yes, I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited. And you should be excited too, because you're doing great.